Doesn't matter how good looking or how fast your online store operates, with statistics like 7 out of 10 people abandoning their cart, there's various different reasons that they're doing this. So we're going to take a look at the 5 top reasons why potential customers are abandoning their carts on your shopping site. The first one is unexpected shipping costs. No one likes to have a surprise right at that point where they hit the buy now button to find out that the price has doubled because of shipping. The second reason is forced account creation. The ability to be able to easily just check out as a guest so you don't have to give all of your personal details away is a really useful way of keeping people inside that purchase process. Number 3, complicated checkout. No one likes to have to fill out 35 pages, including your inside leg measurement, just to be able to buy something. So keeping it simple and streamlined is absolutely the order of the day. Next up is number 4, which is a lack of trust. Any reason for people to not trust you is a bad thing. And there are various different ways you can improve that trust. We'll take a look at those throughout this video. Number 5 is confusing discount codes. There's nothing worse than having that code in your hand, wanting to save yourself some cash, only to find you have no idea where the heck to even put that discount code in. Or, even worse, you've got to sign up for an account before you even get to that checkout code. Yes, I'm looking at some of those big brand companies out there that force this, which really, really annoys me. So now we've talked about the 5 key or main reasons why people abandon your carts. Let's take a quick look at how we can address those and some ways in which we can actually claw back people that have abandoned their carts. So let's take a quick look at the whole shipping side of things. There's nothing worse than not knowing how much it's going to cost you until the very last step, only to think, it's too expensive. So making these clear and upfront is very, very useful. It's very easy if we use a tool like WooCommerce or the up-and-coming FluentCart to be able to have this front and center as we go through the checkout process. Let's take a quick look. If we're jumping into the likes of WooCommerce, setting up your shipping is very, very easy. Just come over into the settings section, into shipping, and inside there we've got our shipping methods. As you can see, I've got a couple of shipping methods, including free shipping, which is always a nice thing to have. It's also very useful to set up your free shipping to have specific reasons and times where it will apply. To do that, very, very simple. Come into your shipping. In this case, my free shipping is 7 to 10 days. Let's edit this. And inside here, we can set up any requirements. So if you don't want to have free shipping as a global kind of catch-all, you can set up to have a minimum value or various other parameters. Set up what you need inside here. So for example, a minimum order amount. Set your minimum order amount, let's say £50. And then we'll see that once that threshold is met, free shipping is an option. You can save this and you've got access to that. Making sure that's easy and clear to see is also incredibly useful and also integrated into WooCommerce. And as you can see in our cart section, there's our shipping options, any price for shipping, including the free shipping options. There's a calculate shipping option as well. So it's easy, clear, and there right in front of you before you even go to the checkout process. So whatever method you use, just make sure your shipping charges are clear and upfront, and especially don't force people to sign up or sign in to get access to that information. Number 2 on our list today is forced account creation. Not everybody wants to put their details into your account. They want to keep those separate, just be able to place an order, and then the payment processor handles all the details, especially if they've already got accounts with things like Stripe, PayPal, and so on. So to do that inside a tool like WooCommerce is incredibly simple. All you need to do is jump into your dashboard in WordPress, hop over into WooCommerce and settings, and open up the accounts and privacy tab, and inside there, choose the option under checkout to say enable guest checkout. Make sure that's enabled, and that's one more barrier you've removed from the payment and checkout process. Very simple. You can also do things like enable login during checkout as well. So if anybody does have an account, they can log in during this particular point. Let's enable that option. And you can see we've got account creation if you want to allow that. And you say during checkout, they can create an account before placing an order should they want to. So again, you can add these options in, but I would say as a bare minimum, make sure you've got guest checkout enabled. Number 3 is complicated checkouts. If you don't need to grab information, don't ask for it. Keep it really simple and streamlined. A great example here inside WooCommerce, if we proceed to our checkout, everything is simple and straightforward. Our name, company name, which is optional. Now, if you don't cater for businesses, get rid of that as well. Generally, there's no real reason for that, and it's one more form element you can remove very easily. Then the address, phone, email, and if you want to deliver it to a different address, that's it. And also, it's quite useful to have the order information included here if you want to. And again, just to kind of reiterate what the shipping costs are. So if they missed it in the cart process, it's also replicated here. If you're using the likes of FluentCart and FluentCart Pro, the checkout process is even simpler. You can see we've got the basic info, notes about your order, your payment method, and a summary, and if you have a coupon. Simple as that. If you want to create an account, they can create the account at this point as well. Nice, simple, clean, removes distractions and everything we need to be able to get people through that checkout process as quick as possible. Next up, we've got security. We want to make sure that people are comfortable when they're going to purchase from us. There's a couple of things you can do here to improve that sense of security. First and most importantly, and please, there's no reason these days to not have this, to make sure you've got a HTTPS. So you've got a secure connection. This is free on most hosting accounts, and we don't have any kind of insecure information being passed over when someone completes a form. Bare minimum. Another way to make people feel really comfortable is to have security seals clearly visible on your checkout process and maybe across your entire site in the footer so they can see it whatever page they're on. And these cover things from like Norton Security, Google Trusted Stores, McAfee Security, those kinds of things. Things that just help people feel a little bit more secure, especially people that are not comfortable buying online. Everything you can do to make them feel more confident in your security, the better. So just include those at minimum on your checkout site if you have access to them, but also in your footer so everywhere in your site has that information clearly visible. The last one on our list, before we take a look at other ways in which we can hopefully claw back people that have already abandoned the cart, is your coupon. Make it clear and easy to add during the checkout process. Don't hide it behind a sign-in wall. Just make it clear so when people are on the checkout, they can simply pop in the code they've got and immediately see that take effect on the overall total. You can see here inside FluentCart, it's clearly evident. We can just pop in the code that we want, hit apply, and see that update in real time on our order summary. And then we can go through the payment process and purchase our product or service. So now we've taken a look at various different ways in which we can stop cart abandonment in its tracks. What about if someone goes and abandons it after they've kind of created an account, logged in, whatever? How can we then get those back? Well, this is where we can use a tool like OmniSend, who've kindly sponsored this portion of the video. As always, no opinions expressed. I'm quickly going to demonstrate how you could use this to get those potential customers back. Once you've signed up, and you can use the link in the description, you can come into the automation section, and inside here we can do things like cart abandonment. We can then use any of these pre-built automations, or you can create one from scratch should you want to. And then we can use these to potentially get those customers back. So for example, the high order rate abandonment cart, an order abandonment cart, let's choose that one. Let's customize the workflow. So now we're into the automation section. We've got our automation already set up. We've got 3 different emails that are going to potentially go out to claw back that potential sale. You've got your trigger, which is basically they've abandoned the cart after a set period of time. Again, you can customize all of this. Then we've got our first email going out. And you can see there's the email. It'll be all branded. You can customize the subject line, the pre-header and so on. And if you are like me, you kind of suck a little bit at writing content for those things like subject lines and the body of the content and so on. You can easily tap into the AI features that you have included as part of OmniSend. Anywhere you see this little symbol, you can use AI. If we click on it, you can see we can change the tone, we can translate it, we can simplify it, we can put our own prompt in there, so we can customize what's already there or start from scratch. Same thing goes for the email. If we simply drag an email into our sequence, we can select it and you can see all the options are there with our blank email, so we can get started and use AI, use a combination of AI on our own sort of skills. It's up to you how you want to work. Then as we go through the sequence, you can see there's various different things will happen. Our first email, if nothing happens, we'll wait a certain period of time. Then we'll send another email out, wait again, another 12 hours in this example, and then send the final email out that may prompt them with a discount code or something. I would generally recommend not going past 3 for most use cases when it comes to cart abandonment. But if you want to try it, then you can take advantage of things like the A/B testing or splits and things like that. If you want to learn more about those, you can check out the link in the description down below to a playlist. I've covered OmniSend in more detail. So now we've seen 5 key reasons why people abandon their shopping cart and how we can hopefully address that to reduce that abandonment rate. And finally, if they do abandon it, how we can hopefully get them back by using an email sequence, using a tool like OmniSend to send them emails and hopefully get them back into that purchasing process. If you found this video useful, check out the links in the description down below. My name is Paul C. This is WPTuts, and until next time, take care.